Michelle is a purpose-driven marketing coach whose efforts have a way of opening up huge results for her clients.
I think what's interesting is we throw out these numbers like 20,000 and big packages, but you know, very often selling a $200 or $300 package to the right person is just as valuable.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can still change lives. And, you know, I do coaching for several $100s with many of my clients, and you still change lives, and you still get great testimonials, and you still get referrals. And I do what I love, and they're getting helped, and everybody's in service. And so it's not always about the big money.
Absolutely.
It all works when you're building a business.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Do we just have one purpose in our lives? That's a question so many of us struggle with. And I think what we're really looking for is what is it inside that's going to help us be fulfilled. And so if you're struggling with life purpose, get a vision for your life. What is the legacy? What's the one thing that you'd like to leave the world a better place because you were in it? And then you bring your gifts, you bring your talents, you bring everything you have inside to this vision for your life. So here's a great example. Let's say that you love taking care of people. Well, you don't have to go become a nurse to take care of people and be nursing your life purpose. Life purpose is not what you do, it's how you express in the world. So if you find that you have a gift, a calling, a talent for caretaking, bring that into everything you do. You can choose to be a hospice worker, you can choose to be a nurse, you can choose to love on your children, your family, your friends. All of those will help you feel fulfilled. So don't chase the task or the vocation. Chase the feeling inside that brings you fulfillment, and that will help you feel as though you're living a life full of purpose. Is there one true purpose? That's the question we have, right? That's what we want to know. Am I living my one true purpose? Am I doing what I was put here on earth to do? Well, the truth is, we are all here to love more, to learn to love with a full, open heart, to be in gratitude for what we have, and to use that gratitude to express through love. But here's where we get in trouble. We think that our purpose should somehow be related to our vocation. And those are really two different things. If everyone's purpose is to love, then how do you bring that into your vocation, into your career, into your family, into your joys, into your passions, into your hobbies, in everything that you do? And so what I would invite you to do is to look at your gifts, your talents, your expression of who you are. If you have a joy to paint, paint with love, paint with abandonment and love, and then bring that love into everything you do throughout your life. In the spiritual and consciousness realms, people that I associate with, and probably you if you're listening, we seem to have some sort of love-hate relationship with money. But really, money is just a balance of giving and receiving. So you do need to charge what you're worth so that you can receive, so that you can give an equal value. People talk about money as being an energy exchange, and it is. Money's just energy. But it goes deeper, it goes beyond that, because money is a tool that we can then use to give back. So here's an example. Mother Teresa had $50 million come into her through her lifetime that she was in charge of distributing throughout the world. Do you not think that she did a tremendous amount of good with that $50 million? And it had nothing to do with, oh, I can't charge what I'm worth, and I don't know how to charge, and oh, money's all evil. You know, there was none of that mixed in with her. She just received the money and turned around and gave the money. There was a balance of giving and receiving, a natural energy flow that allowed her to do such great work in the world. That's how I want you to look at money, not in your own internal value and how should you charge, or is it evil to have lots of money? Or if I have lots of money, am I going to change as a human being? I want you to look at money from a whole different perspective, a much bigger global perspective of giving and receiving, and how can I use what comes in to then go serve others, even if it's just paying your light bill, so that person who is working at the electric company can keep their families fed and food on their table. If you're a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, or someone going after a new job because you want to make more money, or you're a business owner that wants to make more money, let's say you're just not making your bills, or you know you can make more money, but you've hit a wall. You're struggling to get past, to get up to the next step. I invite you to look at your money situation a little differently. I want you to think about, what is your internal tolerance? Now, if you are making $10 an hour or $60 an hour or $200 an hour, it doesn't matter. This exercise will work for everybody. I invite you to sit with how much you make now. Let's just arbitrarily choose $20 an hour. And you sit with that for a minute. Now I want you to double it. How does it feel if you were making or earning or charging for your services $40 an hour? You'll find that most people have hit an internal tolerance level for how much they're willing to accept, because somehow we think it is tied up with our worth, our inner worth, the value of ourself. So even if you're out applying for a job and the job is paying you twice as much as you have ever earned before, somehow you think it's tied in with your value as you as a human being. And so we hit this tolerance level where we're not willing to allow in the extra income because, I couldn't possibly be worth double what I was worth yesterday. I couldn't possibly be able to charge for my services double or triple that I was worth yesterday. But here's the truth. Your value as a human being has nothing to do with the services that you provide either for your clients or your employer. And so I encourage you to just double your price, whatever that is, and allow that to seep in, to go into your heart, to sit with that so that you can increase your tolerance level towards accepting money. Can a woman have it all? Well, yes and no. So the first question is, do you want to have it all? I mean, really, that's a question, because I think society tells us that we're supposed to want to have it all. So the first question is, do you want it all, and what is all? For some women, they don't even want a career, and that's okay. And really, this is the crux of it, is understanding that what all is your choice. So yes, you can have it all. You can have great social relationships. You can have a full career. You can have a great family. You can have children. You can travel the world. I'm not sure you can do it all at once. I'm not sure that you can have it all in the same year. That's a lot to ask of anybody. And if you decide that career is really important to you, something else can shift for this year or this decade. Now, if you're a woman in your 20s, 30s, or 40s and you decide you want career and family, then you need to look at what's the priority for this time in your life. Because you're not going to be 50 or 60 years old and have that option of raising children, right? So you want to prioritize, what does your life look like so that you can have it all in your lifetime. When your children are small or your children are in high school, you may not be traveling the world. Maybe, some people do, but your choice may be to have a more balanced home life at that time. And then you choose to travel when the children are gone from the house. So yes, have it all, but balance it in your life and then prioritize based on the natural rhythms that come throughout their life, throughout your life, my life, all of our lives, and how that's going to work for you. You know those times in your life when you just feel like nothing's moving, you're stuck, you're bored, it's all stagnant around you? Well, here's a hint. I want you to start moving your body. Just a little bit though. Here's the trick. I don't want you to go bungee jumping or doing a marathon, not yet anyway, because those are adrenaline inducing activities. What I want you to do is some body movement, some rhythmic, gentle body movement. Walking, hiking, swimming, yoga, tai chi. Those kinds of activities will get your body moving in rhythm with the earth, in rhythm with the world around you. And when you're moving, you will start seeing movement in your life. Now, if you're doing meditation, writing, journaling, prayer, those kinds of activities are really good to keep your life moving along, because once your life is going and you're not bored and things are moving, those activities will help you connect with your own intuition and keep you moving forward and keep you out of boredom and moving along. But to get there from stagnant, move your body a little bit, rhythmic ways, have some fun with it, and you will find that the movement of your body creates movement in your life, and things will start shifting quickly for you. I think there's a myth in our society, especially with women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, that you're supposed to be like, wake up and be happy every day. And happiness comes from deeper spiritual principles, love, fulfillment, purpose. And it's okay to let go of some things. You do not have to have the perfect career, the perfect family, the perfect love life, sex life, children. You don't have to dress your children perfectly. Believe me, they're going to grow up to be teenagers and dress themselves how they want anyway. Don't worry about it. We put so much pressure on to have this perfect life, to have this image that our children are dressed correctly, that we're eating the right thing, or that we go to the extreme opposite. I don't have time to cook, so I just have to pick something up on the way home. And I'm saying, let all of that go. Let all of that illusion go and sink into what's really important to you. And probably what it is having just a few fulfilling relationships and finding a way to give back into the world. And maybe at this point in your life, it's giving back to your family with love. Maybe it is finding a way to get real value and joy from the work you already have. Finding a way to bring your gifts and talents into the job you already have, so you don't have to quit your career. You don't have to be miserable at home, but just to simplify your life enough that you can sink into the love and the joy that you already have, and then bring more of that into other areas of your life.